G'day folks, it's Laura here, and today I'm going to do a flip cup pour. My colours today include opal, brilliant magenta, brilliant violet, aqua, pale gold and titanium white, all from Jo Sonja. Now with these darker colours I am going to use just a little bit less paint so that it doesn't completely overwhelm the painting. Now I'm going to be using a slightly different pouring medium today. So I've been experimenting a little bit with my pouring medium formula, and this one is predominantly a gloss varnish base, and I've reduced the wall paint in this particular experiment. And the reason for that is because the wall paint became a little bit more opaque. I think they might have changed the formula. And I would like something a little bit thicker than I previously had. And so this is completely an experiment. I don't know how this is going to turn out. And I was intending this for bringing forward the metallic or iridescent colours, because I was finding that with that a really opaque wall paint, the metallic colours were kind of losing their sheen. So that's what we're kind of using today, just to see whether this will work. Once again, I used a little bit less of this brilliant violet than the other colours, and so I'm going to use a little bit less of the pouring medium as well. It's time to layer the cup now, and for this I'm going to use my standard cell activator. I'll link to a video on how to make this if you're interested. And to start with, I'm going to add cell activator to the bottom and the sides of the cup. Now I've already prepared my canvas. I've added painter's tape as well as giant push pins. So it's time to flip the cup now. Stunning. So I have some very beautiful colors coming through. I'm just going to get the paint out of the cup and spread it around the edges and the corners. So the first thing I need to do is pop some of these bubbles. So I do have a few bubbles here. And then I do have a lot of paint on this canvas, and I'm actually already starting to lose it off this side. But I think the part of this pour that I like the most is actually this section down here. So I don't really want to lose that if I can help it. So what I might do is just lift this back top section of the canvas just a little bit. And then spin it out. Now again, I really love this lower section, so I don't want to lose it. That's why I'm just gently moving some of the paint up. And I will just put a little bit more paint on these two lower corners which haven't been covered yet, just to ensure that the paint actually slides over them easily. Okay, just going to spin that again. Perhaps one final spin. Wow, lovely. I'm absolutely loving this pour. I am going to pop the bubbles again. Wow, so that's actually really interesting. Something very strange happened here. When I popped these bubbles, a whole lot of little tiny bubbles actually came up in this section. I've also got a bunch of little tiny bubbles coming up here. Now I have had this effect before when I used a pouring medium that had a bit more of the gloss varnish, so I am wondering whether that gloss varnish actually holds more bubbles, these tiny little micro bubbles that then rise to the surface when I actually use the heat gun. So I might keep experimenting with my pouring mediums. But regardless, for this particular pour, I just absolutely love the effect that we've got here. So we've got some really delicate, so we've got beautiful kind of colours in the top section and beautiful, delicate, wifty kind of lines going through here of some of those pink kind of colours. And then this kind of billowing fabric effect here in the centre, and breaking up into a little bit of kind of random lacing over here on the right. We've got gold just at the edges in some of these areas down in this lower left section, and a beautiful combination of those different colours coming together in intermediate kind of hues. So the purple or violet and the aqua there, as well as the gold lacing on top. So overall, really, really happy with this piece. The next step is I'm just going to absolutely cover the corners to make sure they're completely covered. And then just pull the paint off from underneath. Fabulous. Time to let this one dry now. Thanks very much everyone for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments.